the spider's web. Now we're going to start our playthrough of Ascension. So the first step, before I carry on, is I'm going to find my solitaire rules in the book and put them to one side so I can keep referring to them as and when I need to. So let's get cracking, shall we? So first what we need to do is deal myself a hand of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see what we've got. That's quite handy. Okay, so what I can do is I can use Apprentice to gain the Lifebound Initiate. So move them over. As the rule says, every time a card is taken from here, it's replaced on this side. Next I can do 1, 2 apprentices for the Temple Librarian. I can move that across and I'll then replace that with that card. And finally, there's not much else I can do. I've got both the militia cards, so I can take a pop at the cultist for 1 honour. That was the word I was looking for. So they get placed to one side. Okay, so that's my first turn out of the way. And at the end of my turn, Samael is considered to acquire or defeat the 2 cards furthest to the right in the centre row. So he's acquired those 2. All cards acquired by Samael are set aside and only used to determine its honour at the its honour total at the end of the game. So they get now moved across. And 2 new cards are played, and now once again it's my turn. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards left. Strangely enough, they're all apprentices. So what I can do is, let's see, I could buy that one. I could buy that one. Or I could buy one of those and ignore the other. Sorry, buy one of those and ignore one of the apprentices. Or I could buy that one and then get an heavy infantry. I think that actually might be the best option. So I'll use those 3 cards to buy that one, because at the moment I only have a small amount of power. So I've used my 3 to buy that one, and I'm going to use these 2 to buy a heavy infantry, which costs, as you see at the top there, 2 and gives me 2 power. Okay, so now Samael's turn, and he buys that and conquers that. All monsters are defeated, go to the void, and Samael receives any honour from their reward. All other effects are ignored. Okay, so we get, so we'll go 5 honour. That's not a good start. So the only time he gets honour is from the monsters he defeats, not from these cards. But the idea is try and score as much as we can. Okay, so now I've used up all my oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. At least I think I missed out on something. No, I didn't. I gained my digits. So I gained my honour. There was a card in there that said I gained an honour. I did gain it. 2, 3, 4. So I get my 5 cards. Let's see what I have this time. I have a Temple Librarian. Now I can either discard this card. So I can discard this card, and if I do, I can draw 2 cards. I have a Heavy Infantry, which is 2 power. I have 2 Apprentices, and I have a Lifebound Initiate, which gains me, so basically have 3 runes, which would allow me to buy a Mystic. That's all I can do with those 3 runes. So I'm going to do that. The next thing is 2 thingies. Power. Green went then. I have 2 power from my Heavy Infantry. Does that. And then I will use to attack the cultist for 1. And I've just realised I didn't get for my Lifebound Initiate. It says at the bottom there to gain 1 thing and 1 honour. So that gain 1 thing, that 1 rune I should have taken. I didn't. I took the rune for defeat, for giving that one a clout. So I'll take that now. So I'll use that. Yeah, I attacked that one, took an honour, and then I took that card and I didn't take the honour for taking that card, which I've just done now, and now just given that one a clout again and gained another honour. So I've got 3 honours now. And finally my Temple Librarian, draw a card, and if I do I can draw 2 cards. So we'll discard the card. I'm going to draw 2 cards, which are both Apprentices, which allow me to buy anything for 2 points, and the only thing I can get on here is Heavy Infantry, or I could pick that one, but I'm not going to pick that one. So that's that done. My second turn. So Samael now gains these. He's getting all the good cards by the look of it. Everything seems to have multiple points on there. And they go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we've got this time, shall we? We have 2 militias, which is 2 power. And we have 3 apprentices, which is 3 runes. So all I can get really, in fact I could get that, and I could defeat that to get more power, or I could get one of those to get more runes. The choice. I'll go for Mystic. I'll go for Mystic with those 3. And with the 2 militia, I'm going to take a pop at the cultist again for another honour. And again, it's Samael's turn, so he takes those. And we get 2 more cards. So now it's my turn again, so that's 1, 2 cards. I don't have any more, so I need another 3. So I discard the, and I should, what I should do is when I'm using the cards actually tell me what's on them. I should remember that. 1, 2, 3, because you probably can't see terribly well. Okay. Right. First off, what do we have? I have a Mystic, I have a Temple Librarian, Lifebound Initiate, Apprentice, and a Burrower Merc 3. Now this Burrower Mark III is a Mechanica construct, and it says once per turn you put a Mechanica construct into play, including this one, and draw a card. That stays in play. So I can play that, and I'll play that slightly off the board. In fact, I'm going to move the board down until it's over there, and I'm going to move these cards that Samael has acquired and put them there. They're the ones that Samael has acquired. And I'm going to put my Burrower card a little bit further up so you can see it as to what I'm doing, because when I want to use the power on that one, I tap it. So I will do that. So I can put that into play and draw a card, and the card I've drawn is an apprentice. Okay, so what do I have? Well, I have 2 apprentices, which gives me 2 points, a Lifebound Initiate, which is gain 1 rune, that's 3 points, and a Mystic, which gives me another 2 points. That's 5 points I can spend. Now we have a Temple Librarian, which says discard this card, or discard a card, and if you do, draw a card, draw 2 cards. So I could use that one to discard 2 cards out of my hand and draw 2 more cards. Sorry, discard a card. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to discard the Lifebound Initiate and draw 2 more cards. Oops. So that's my discard deck. So I've drawn 2 more cards, Heavy Infantry and Heavy Infantry. Okay, so we have a choice. We have 2 Tormented Souls. Sorry, we have 1 Tormented Soul and we have 2 Samael's Tricksters. Okay, so first of all I'm going to destroy one of the Samael's Tricksters. Okay, gain 1 honour, which will take me up to 5, so I will take a 5. Samael has a 5 as well, put that there. Now it says, and reward, you gain 1 honour and 1 rune, but that rune is only available for this one, so with discarding that Lifebound Initiates, I'm taking that one using the same power to still give me 2, 3, 4, 5, which will allow me to take this one, which is the Watchmaker's Altar. It's a Mechanica construct, and once per turn gain 1 rune, and you may spend it only to acquire Mechanica constructs. There you are. So I'm going to buy that with those, and that goes into the void. I've used that one, so that's my hand over with. And I will take 2 cards, place them down. That's the full lot. And now it's Samael's turn. So he claims that and that. Sorry, that's a monster, so he takes that and goes in the lead once more. Mind you, I'm saying goes in the lead once more. I don't know exactly what the difference in points are with the cards at the moment, but I can imagine he's winning. Okay, so I'm going to take this as the last turn now, and I once again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deal myself 5 cards, and those cards are 3 apprentices, 1 mystic and a militia, so I have 2, 3, 4, 5 runes to spend. and I'm going to spend them thusly. 2 with the Mystic for the Temple Librarian. One apprentice. Oh, hang on. I'll take that back for a second because I have to move these over and place them on the card first of all. Okay, so it's not going to do anything. So 1 apprentice for the Mechanica Initiate. And then 2 apprentices for the Seer of the Forked Path. And now we have a hero, or a hero card which is the Militia. It only gives 1 power. There's nothing on here at all that I could use for 1 power, so that card is wasted. So that gets discarded. But I do have that once per turn when you put a Mechanica Construct into play, including this one, draw a card. Right. I can't do anything yet because I've not put a Mechanica Construct down. I misread the card earlier. Oh well, never mind. In fact, let's do one more turn, shall we? So we have a monster which is vanquished and he gets 1. And he has a Mechanica Construct which he takes. I can safely say he's winning. He's just got 7 points for that. He's winning. Okay, so the reason I've said about taking another turn is because 1, 2, 3, 4 cards there. I shuffle the deck, make sure they're all nicely shuffled, and then I take my last card. This is the last card for this video that I'm going to be taking, unless of course I get one that allows me to take other cards. Okay, so what do we have? Well, first of all, I'm going to play this one, Watchmaker's Altar. Once per turn, gain 1 rune. You may spend it only to acquire Mechanica Constructs. It is a Mechanica Construct. And because I played the Mechanica Constructs, I can draw a card. So I have 2, 3, 4. I have 5 runes to spend. 2 from the Mystic and 1 each from the apprentices. So okay, we have a Void Construct for 5 here, which is the Void Thirster. Once per turn, gain 1 power, and the first time you defeat a monster in the centre row each turn, gain 1 honour. There you go. And that's for, as you can see up there, 5. So I'm going to buy that for 5. And the Militia, which I can't do anything with because it's only 1 power, which I don't think there is anything with 1 power unless something turns up here. No. So that's going to get discarded. Now at the end of my turn, Samael takes that one, Samael takes that one. The cards get moved over. New cards get placed out. And I say, until next time, take care, God bless, and bye for now.